God can anoint somebody with the grace for prayer. When the person hold microphone here and begin to pray, you will know there is an anointing upon this one for prayer. Because the way the anointing works, it goes together with a grace supply. When God anoints you, he push a grace upon the anointing so that it can function without restraint. Because the challenge is that many more times we are restrained and we are constrained. It was Apostle Paul that said, we wanted to come to you, but what? Satan hinder us. What the anointing does, it ensures that Satan cannot hinder. When the Lord appeared to Saul, he said, go and meet who? Ananias, and he will pray for you and open your eyes. I thought, Jesus, you just appeared to this young man. Can't you just pray for him and open his eyes? I said, no. The opening of your eyes is tied to Ananias. There are many of you here, I can assure you, I'm sorry to say this. Your lifting may be connected to this your friend that you are despising. And you forever remain within a cycle for many years until you connect to that friend. That's how life works. That thing you want to learn, maybe I want to learn how to sing. I may be praying to God for 100 hours. God will be showing me either in my dream. Go and meet her. And me, I don't know that thing God is doing is deliverance. There are many things that you will encounter God. God will point you to men. After God showed Moses, he said, go and meet Aholiab and Bezalel. After God encountered Saul, he said, go and meet Ananias. All this your passion to encounter God like a thunder, he won't come like a thunder. He will reveal you to human beings and reveal yourself to men. That's how it works. In the way of this kingdom, men are system of God's authorization. Through the anointing he has put upon them, he brings you into the same economy, so that we know that through men is God working upon the face of the earth. Jesus himself have to be a man and come upon the face of the earth. So men become so important, so pivotal in the affairs of God. If men are not important, angels should have come and preached the gospel. None at any time did angels preach the gospel. In fact, the Bible says, if you refuse, I will raise stones. Stones will never raise. Human beings will still be needed. Let God go and raise stone now. He can't raise stone. Because the tail end stone can't worship God sufficiently well. They were designed for it, but they can't. He needs somebody that has a will. And because of that, men become custodians of the very essence of God. And it's through the anointing that men reveal this essence. You now see the danger of looking down on yourself, thinking that you are useless, you are not. He reproved kings for their sake, saying, touch not my anointed. There is a grace of God upon your life needed for a generation. There is. You may not know it, but you must believe it. Many years ago, the Lord told me, Philip, Cephas, if you don't believe you are anointed, you are not anointed. Hear me again. Write this thing down. If I don't believe I am anointed, I am not anointed. So that means if you don't believe you can sing, you cannot sing, my brother. If you don't believe your singing will bless somebody, it will never bless them. If you don't believe your preaching will bless, it will not. It will not. If you don't believe you can pass the exam, you will not pass it. The anointing work based on believing. You must believe it is possible through God. You begin a business. If you don't believe you can excel in it, you won't excel in it. It's not because of anything, because the anointing requires believing. Do you know if Bishop David Oyedepo walk into maybe a place in China? Okay, forget China. Maybe they will know him China. Let's say Bishop David Oyedepo go and enter inside Saudi Arabia, Abi, and he go to Mecca. And now go and enter that place that the Muslim used to pray. If you enter there, you know there it will be very hard for anybody to know that they know Bishop Oyedepo. Are you with me now? Do you know that because he's among those people, none of them believe the young man is anointed? You know, he still says he's a young man, although he's 60 years old. Nobody believes that man is anointed. Because of that, I can assure you, there are little things he can do in that place. He can go there and be trying to pray for them. They will beat him and even stamp. You know, outside may even carry knife to kill him in that matter. Why? Because he stepped into a region where the anointing is not believed. Because the grace and the anointing of God require believing upon it for it to work. So, first of all, you must be the first to believe that it can work. Then, the people must believe it can also work. That's why Jesus Christ will always ask, what do you want? I don't know, maybe you want me to give you money or you want me to pray for you. Because I don't know what you are expecting. Silver or gold with us, such as we have. They must know that they have something. There is an anointing and empowerment. If you don't believe you have a portion when it comes to the operations of God, you don't have. And title will not take away that inferiority complex. Even if we anoint you as a bishop, if you don't believe it, you won't believe it. Impact is not by title. When you are making the title, even if you call yourself Archbishop, people will agree. So sad news I had today that Archbishop just passed away. But he has made his mark. That's the truth. Men like that have made their mark. But I can assure you, we were with him just some months ago, and he was telling us of how much they function in authority and power, and the kind of the influence they commanded during their times. He challenged us. Those were men that were able to disappear. He told about how many times they go for evangelism, and when they were coming back, they disappear and appear. Yes. He spoke about how many times witches and wizards came physically to kill him, and he fought with them. And sometimes you wake up and see blood all around in his own room. He has made his mark. What about you? Everything that men do upon the face of the earth to excel, they did it by the anointing. And knowing fully well that as you step into your class, as you step into that business, as you step into that relationship, as you step in to do anything, have a consciousness that there is an anointing that can make that thing work. Because the anointing of God is like a smearing, a grease that make anything work effectively well. Just like you have your body, right? I'm not the kind of person that loves rubbing oil. But when you are rubbing oil upon yourself, what do you think you are doing? Why are you bathing with medicated soap? You are rubbing oil. You want to make your skin, the anointing is how God do a better decoration upon us. So when God wants to beautify your life, when God wants to make your life attractive and appealing, He anoints you. But this same anointing is made available to everybody. But only few have a consciousness and realization to walk in it. I trust God by next week I will reveal to you the pathway to the anointing. But you must be able to understand the necessity of the anointing now. That you cannot excel in life without the anointing. The anointing is not something that is made only for the righteous, made only for them titles. The anointing is for everybody at any point in time, because you can't function effectively well in this kingdom except you are anointed.